Hey, what's going on, guys? Good afternoon. Got a few on here. I haven't been here for a few days, but I wanted to check in. I know we'll be live in 5 hours. I think Nick and I are doing that. He's got a interview, I think, at 7 o'clock, but I think we're going to try to get on before then. But don't hold me to that. So, what's up, Avi? Uh, I know I just tweeted about the dollar. We talked about selling the dollar, buying the metals, buying cryptos. So it looks like we finally broke the back of the dollar bulls. You can see technometers way down here oversold, but that'd be expected after a pretty big smash. But I think that tells us that the dollar is now trending down, and I think that keeps the wind behind the back of the cryptos. So we'll see about that. And then I kind of want to go over Bitcoin. You know, I've got the software here I'm going to bring up. I try to throw a little bit of Elliott wave on this. So from the rally off the bottom down here at 5,800, I think you could count this as a 1, 2, and then a 3, a regular flat 4, then 5 waves up for the first one. And then a correction would be an ABC back down to support at 6204, which it looks like we probably already had that. I'll look at forward, but I know that chart does not look very good. So I think we've got a 1, 2 here. And I think this level here, 6490, probably is important because that was probably a little bit of a B wave on the way down here. Then, as you know, we spiked down quickly and then we really recovered it all. And we did get stopped there this morning at that price. But I wanted to show you on the software. Yeah, the Thursday announcement obviously could be interesting. You would think it'd bring in some selling. I would think it would be light and we'd reverse it. But here's the crypto software pulse of the market. You can see down here is when we had the OP or the volume going to new lows, price held. That's when I said I thought we could continue higher. We did go to new highs, but volume never did get behind that for real. I was hoping for acceleration there, we didn't get. So that's where I think we went from calling this the wave 1 high to this the wave 1 high. And then you can see the ABC pullback we've had since then has been crazy on the volume because as price came down for the first wave A, volume was sideways. And then volume came in strong to the upside, clear up to this point where the B wave ended. Appreciate it, Crypto World News. So I think that's why that area is important because volume led us up into this. Then we had the total collapse quickly where volume did come into the downside. But you can see it's still holding much higher than this previous low. And if you're looking at Elliott wave, an ABC is a correction, which would lead to further highs. So I do just think with the Wyckoff volume here, and again, I still don't have the technometer, etc. working. I had to go to a different plan at my API, which we just did a few hours ago. So I'm hoping I'll have this still later today, tomorrow. But I think with an ABC down, with the way of volume is acting, I think a print back above 6490 would maybe get things working higher. So we're setting here 6420, 6490 is this resistance. And I think if you go to, really you go to a lot of these other coins, it's still kind of the same chart pattern. Bitcoin's a little weaker. Dash a little weaker as well. So I think they've all maybe have made possible 1-2s here. There's Ethereum. Litecoin, I like the way it looks here. Same type of count, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an ABC back to previous support. So again, a move back above 57.15 will probably get me much more excited on Litecoin. Here's NEO. NEO's acting a little bit stronger. So don't want to get in here and keep begging for some green, but these rallies have got to start from somewhere, and I think we've got a chance to start it here. If Bitcoin goes back down, takes out the 62.31 level, then again, short term, we're probably in trouble. Let's quickly go over here, go to Ford. I've showed this on some of my Wyckoff updates. Big sideways move here in Ford, but the $10 was previous support. We did come down through there. We did get oversold down here. We have had a quick 4 days back up, but I think, I would say we got to get more done than that. So, I guess I wouldn't want to see the lows taken out. I mean, I would think we could hold above 945 here, and possibly staying long forward would be okay. But definitely a stock that's led us lower and kind of doing its own heartbeat. And you're going to see the technometers at 47. Anything above 50 or so is probably going to give us a sell. So maybe we can stay long for slightly higher prices, would be my thought. Here's the SPY. We went to a new high today. I did do the week in review update showing we probably could work a little bit higher. So guys, that's really all I got. Let's go to Litecoin. Same thing here on Litecoin. You can see that we ran up here and OP went to new high, prices didn't. That brought in a sell-off. But the sell-off here is still bringing in no sell volume. So I think this area at 53.42 is pretty important. I personally think you could buy Litecoin probably here, use a stop at this low, and might finally get a little bit of action here. But these are not, these are not with technometer and force readings. So I'm still, if I had an oversold technometer, I'd be much happier about this. There's Bitcoin shorts. That's on a 15-minute. If we go to the 1 hour, so you definitely would say shorts are getting a little heavy here. Good call, Hainesy. So here's Bitcoin longs, Bitfinex down near the lows. So that's a pretty big number for Bitcoin shorts. A good place to get them in trouble here, which would definitely go right on with, with the volume figures I'm showing you and with a 1-2 off the low so far. So the next wave, preferably be a third wave really strong, or you're going to have to call this an A, B, and a rally up here to 7,000 would be a C. So we shall see. Again, just a short update. Stunner, are we doing a show tonight, Nick? I don't know if you want to throw that in here real quick. I thought, yep, we got the beginner's course up and running. I'm working on a few other things here, so kind of why I haven't been as live as much, because I'm really busy on some side things for all that we do here. So again, I think we're still going to try to go live tonight real quick. Okay, Nick says we're waiting on the timing of his interview. If nothing else, as you know, I'll try to keep being on here and give any helpful insight that I can give. Get these things back moving for us. So that's all for now. And what's up, Dominic? I really think we need that 6490 print to get things going. I do know what we had. Zen is still holding in pretty well on a few other of these alts. 2070 up 9%. That 1-2 would be completed, and it's kind of leading us up higher here. ZRX. So a lot of these could look like that. Hopefully they've done a 1-2 off the bottom, or at least an AB and need another surge higher. So we shall see, guys. All right. We'll catch you in a few hours. Peace out.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard D. Wyckoff. Anyone who is interested in the stock, option, or commodity markets is most likely to find my life and teachings to be of great interest and value. I was born November 2nd, 1873. At the age of 15, I had my first job as a stock runner on Wall Street, and by age 25, I had opened my first brokerage firm. I was one of the pioneers in the study of the tape and included volume studies in all my market operations. This volume and its intraday studies is what set me apart from the rest of the market gurus. There was a point that my buy and sell following was so big that it became a powerful part of the daily market. It was at this time that I became known as one of the titans of technical analysis. But all along, my lifelong endeavor was to pass on my accumulated wisdom to others. With that in mind, in 1907 I created the Magazine of Wall Street. At its height, the Magazine of Wall Street had over 200,000 subscribers. That's over 200,000 investors who wanted my thoughts on the current market conditions and trends. Finally, in 1931, I decided to take all my knowledge that I had learned about the stock market and created the Richard D. Wyckoff course of stock market science and technique. I was able to create something that established a new standard of practice in the public stock market operations. I did not claim any monopoly of stock market knowledge, but up to that time, no one else seemed willing to be so frank in offering to the public the most intimate knowledge of the inner workings of the stock market. The good news is that even though I created the Wyckoff Stock Market course back in 1931, the course has been maintained and updated throughout the years and is available to you today. Over 90 years later, my course is still available for investors and traders that want to learn the secrets to the stock market and can be found right now at wyckoffsmi.com.